I would love it to happen. That's not going to happen, unfortunately.
No,
I don't want to wear out the layup button this week, but the shot button hasn't been getting many. Don't worry, there's still other topics we have, but I'm buying around on this one. This was Anthony's topic that he threw in there, and I would have loved to have had him contribute on this. But man,
hold on. I think we have breaking news, my friend.
Oh, what we got?
Filip Chytil extension.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. Filip Chytil extension. We're looking at 4 years, 4.4375 with the New York Rangers. Wow.
All right. Let me get this all a graphic done. We're gonna actually take a break from bar talk, everybody, to talk about this. We're gonna have Anthony LaRocco joining us in a minute, but this is breaking news.
Wow.
All the news breaks as we're doing this. So Filip Chytil is extended.
Yeah, that's huge.
So what was it again? 4 years?
4 years, 4.4375 million. I'm going to Twitter right now to go to the Rangers Twitter feed to see if I can.
4.4375. That's an oddly specific number.
But, yeah.
All right. So Phil, first things first, what do you have to say about this extension?
You kept Filip Chytil at under $5 million a year for 4 more years. Just wow. Yeah, and I'm looking at the article right now on the Rangers website. Just oh my God, 4-year contract extension through the 2026-27 season. Just I'm gonna find I'm gonna try to see where Friedman. I'm gonna find Elliot Friedman's tweet, because usually he's like got all the numbers and everything like that, just to confirm it. Yes, Elliot Friedman confirming 4 years, 4.4375. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a huge extension for the Rangers. You just locked up your third line center. If they decide that they want to move Vinny Trocheck and somehow make him the second line center, which I don't think that they're going to do. I think that they're pretty content with the depth that they have. Something tells me that Barclay Goodrow is probably gone after this season, and understandable. You just can't have a fourth line center making almost $4 million a year. But yeah, this is a big move. The kid has over 20 goals and 40 points already, and he's missed some time. He's paced out at about like a 50-point pace. So yeah, this is a key player to lock up.
Anthony, what are your thoughts on the Filip Chytil extension?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I knew they were definitely going to sign him. I had said that, if you remember, I thought he was going to get $5 million, so he came in under.
Mm-hmm.
So good on Drury for that. But a good player. I think it's fair for both sides. I mean, maybe if Chytil takes even a little bit of a next step next season and raises his game, then maybe he could be a little underpaid. But overall, I think the deal is fair for both sides.
Look at this. I would like a public apology from, I assume that's me, Phil. I'm just messing with the guy. But, and Anthony, who both said over $5 million per year.
All three of us said
I don't know. I never said 5.5. I pretty much said 5
No. He said over 5. He didn't say 5.5. He says over 5 there.
Just over 5. That's all that qualifies.
So he's not saying 5.5. But yeah,
I know that. I'm saying I think he's implying that we said he was going to make over 5 million. I said he was going to get 5 million. So,
but I said he could make. It could be about 5. Yeah, I said about 5. I think.
He's saying he's continuing to say we both said over 5. I'm not going to sit here and drag it out. I don't remember that. I pretty much think I thought I said about 5 million, but. It is what it is. It's a good deal for both sides. Like I said, maybe if he raises his game a little bit more, Maybe he might even be a little bit underpaid, but I like the deal. He's a good player. I actually, before I jumped on, I went on the Cap Friendly. I checked it out. So going forward, they're going to have $12.3 million available after Chytil's signing. So puts them in good shape to give, Miller around 4, Laf probably around 3. So, if they can move Gaudreau, that would help the Rangers out a lot.
And then the cap might go up even more if the players can come to a little agreement with Bettman, as he implied a couple of weeks ago.
And I'm glad Anthony brought all that up, because I think what this does, 2 things. I've said this before when during some trade deadline talks or stuff like that, people were saying, well, we got to worry about Chytil. We got to worry about you paying him. Chytil was the one that had arbitration eligible. Miller does not. Lafreniere does not. So the hammer was in Chytil's court, and this is the contract the Rangers got for him. Damn, Chris Drury might be lining himself up for the GM of the year right now, between some of the moves that he's made. Yeah. Is it the greatest moves? Of course not. I mean, I'm not going to say he's the greatest right now. Let's please win a Stanley Cup, and then I'll say you're the greatest. Osaka had the same thing, but that's a great move.
I wonder if Miller gets the Noah Dobson contract, the $4 million on a bridge.
I think that's a fair one.
It could be comparable.
But a lot of this cap money is all going off because they had the penalties, because they had to buy out every contract.
I wonder if I think that, I really wonder with Miller. I wonder if the Rangers try to bridge him, because he's been real up and down this season. And I got to agree with this comment here from Core. He's been pricing himself down lately with the defensive play. Like, he's 1 point away from 40, which is great. But his defensive play has just, these last couple of months, really has not been great. And I think the Rangers might want to take a look at this and say, hey, you know what? You're still trying to figure out what type of player you are. And we don't know if we want to give you that type of money if you're still trying to figure out whether you want to play offensively or defensively on defense, because he can't seem to balance them both lately. And that's really what it's going to come down to, is when he can find that balance of being that good puck mover, but also not running out of his position.
I don't think he's ready to take the reins yet either, Phil. I think he's still a work in progress. We've mentioned how he switched from forward to defense. I think as late as like when he was 17, and because I know in Wisconsin, that's when he was really a newbie to defense. But it's one of those things. He's still learning the position, and it's still going to take some time. And you're going to have ups and downs. Sometimes he looks great. Sometimes he looks like a turnstile. It's just what's going to happen. For one, I'd be confident to bridge him. I'd bridge him about 3 or 4 years. They'd be fine. And then, because Adam Fox winning the Norris is the reason why he didn't get bridged. That you couldn't. Everybody else was getting their money too.
Well, yeah, no, of course. And you had to give the Norris winner that type of money, especially if the season he had. And I mean, he's having another really good year this year. I don't think he's going to win the Norris, just because I think that the media is so wrapped up with the Canadian bias between Morrissey and then points with Karlsson, even though Roman Josi put up 96 points last year, was better defensively than Karlsson could ever be, and still didn't win it. So I don't think Erik Karlsson should win it. Listen, even if Karlsson scores 100, I don't think he should win it. There's precedent. Al McInnes didn't win it in 91 when he scored 100 points. Ray Bourque won it. So, if anything, I do believe Fox should win it. I think they're going to end up giving it to Morrissey, I think.
Well, we're going to go back to the show, but once again, I got to say that this is a great deal and a great day for the New York Rangers. You're locking up Filip Chytil fairly cheap. I don't think they're going to have to break the bank on Miller and Lafreniere, because there's just not as much to the resume. So I don't think, and they can't, and they don't have negotiating power. You're not going to get somebody to go offer sheet Keandre Miller $8 million. And I don't even know if they have those rights to begin with. I don't even think they do right now.
I think you would have to be arbitration eligible for that. And I don't think Miller is, and I don't think Lafreniere is either. I mean, Lafreniere has a career high 36 points this year, but that's only 5 from his career high last year, and he has 4 less goals this year than he did last year.
It would also behoove both of them to sign the contract after the postseason and hopefully turn in a good postseason. Filip Chytil now, he doesn't have to worry about the contract. He might go out and flourish even more so in this postseason. So we're going to move back. We're going to go back to Bar Talk, pivot again. Don't worry, there'll be a lot more discussion about this. But while we're at it, everybody, for anybody listening on audio, we're going to welcome in Mr. Anthony LaRocco officially.
Yeah, sorry I had to hop on a little bit late, but a lot going on. Playoff chases galore. Some cases really just down to seeding, but we're down the stretch, fellas. It's going to be good, some great hockey to the rest of the way to the playoffs.
Well, I'm glad that you're on because you got a great story to tell after we're done with Bar Talk. But let's continue that along. So, by the way, Anthony, what do you think? Matt Boldy, is he becoming a star right now?
Yeah, I think so. He's been filling the net lately. His last couple of games, he's really snubbing Kirill Kaprizov's absence. But even before